Mubs got beats. Beats.
Stoked Radio. Stoked Radio. Stoked Radio. Stoked Radio. Stoked Radio. Stoked Radio.
Hey, you want some attention, baby? I've been busy stacking. But if you get some money with me, I can make it happen. You messing with a real one, shawty, I ain't with the capping. Don't like to do much talking, let's just put this play in action. Ooh, you want some attention, baby? I've been busy stacking. But if you get some money with me, I can make it happen. Tryna get rich with you, yeah. Tryna get rich with you, yeah. I can make it happen, ooh. I can make it happen, boo. Tryna see what's on with you. Ain't no rookie in me, baby. Don't fuck with no amateur. Ooh, you know I'm smooth. I set the tone when I walk in the room. My brothers behind me, they really my goons. I know that you eating this up. Get a spoon. Hey, ooh, dude. Crazy. I can't focus on you, baby. I just gotta get to paper. Being broke ain't cool, baby. But you can join me. Me and you can make an army. Life a movie, we starring. Putting on a show, no performance. Nobody can end that. Hey, I said I meant that. Trying to do some big things with you. You catch the hit yet? Don't think that I'm concerned with your pussy. I ain't trying to hit yet. Just know that I'ma kill it the minute I get up in it. For real. You want some attention, baby? I've been busy stacking. But if you get some money with me, I can make it happen. You messing with a real one, shawty, I ain't with the capping. Don't like to do much talking, let's just put this play in action. Oh, you want some attention, baby? I've been busy stacking. But if you get some money with me, I can make it happen. Tryna get rich with you, yeah. Tryna get rich with you, hey. I can make it happen. I'm really trying to get rich. Fuck all them diamonds and shit. No, you can't sell a king a dream, cause I ain't buying that shit. Don't try to take a thing from me, cause I keep firing my clip. I'm trying to pull a brand new whip, say I look fly in that bitch. No, I ain't lying, ayy, swear I ain't lying. They say I think I'm that nigga, man, I hear that all the time. But if you knew where I came from and what I've been through, then your mind would probably change. I just be vibing with my gang, hard times I stayed the same. I could've gave up, ayy, but I ain't stupid. Played the cards that life had dealt me, I had shuffled them, no Cupid. You got the chance to come fuck with me now, not when I'm moving. So if you tryna get rich with me, baby, then let's do this, ayy. You want some attention, baby? I've been busy stacking. But if you get some money with me, I can make it happen. You messing with a real one, shawty, I ain't with the capping. Don't like to do much talking, let's just put this play in action. Ooh, you want some attention, baby? I've been busy stacking. But if you get some money with me, I can make it happen. Tryna get rich with you, yeah. Tryna get rich with you, hey. I can make it happen. Ooh. I'll give up everything. I can make it happen.
Ooh. I was feeling that, John. This is Stoked Radio, as always, of course. Hey, you was supposed to say Stoked, bro. You weren't ready? Start up. All right, everybody. This is Stoked Radio.
Stoked.
I am your host, Newspaper Nick. And as always, of course, to my left is
TA to the BA to the double Z, representing the 901, coming at you live from the 865. Let's go.
And let's go. Hey, let's go for real this show, because we all gas, no breaks with it, no song breaks, no inhibitions, no nothing. The only songs that you was gonna hear, oh my gosh, was the one that just played and the one at the end of the show. So we about to go straight through what we got today.
You better put the info in Stoked info.
Yeah. Hey, first off, we're going to give y'all a brief update.
Yeah.
This Thursday, of course, we basically went to the Gray's business plan competition, you know what I'm saying? And really, I don't want to be the bearer of good news. I want just you to do it.
Okay, so we rolled up to the Gray's business plan competition award ceremony this past Thursday. Yes, sir. April 26th. You know what we did, man?
Yeah, what happened?
We took home this country ass check.
Big
ass check. Big swole ass check of $2,000.
Yeah.
For coming in third place of the Graves Business Plan competition.
Yeah, that deserves some claps.
Yeah,
that deserves some claps. So if you're listening right now, go ahead, clap 2 times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, do all that. Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, so what you want to tell them? What's the plans moving forward at this point?
Man, the plans
How we gonna
moving
wisely
forward.
invest this money?
You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna tell them too much.
Not too much.
But we wanted to keep y'all in the loop, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So look, first things first, we gonna upgrade the equipment for Stoked Radio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so we can get out this tight closet.
Tight ass studio. Let's call it what
tight
it is.
studio
Yeah.
in Hodges. We can get a more lively scenery going on, so we can start doing the visual for Stoked Radio coming soon, which would be very fun as we test the waters with that. We'll be investing in the camera, so we can record the segments on our own. Stop renting from Hodges really, and just basically take more power into our own hands and give y'all some more content. With that said, this summer we going in.
Yep.
We going in. That's all we gonna say about that. Y'all gonna see what's in store when it's time.
Yeah, keep
Pretty
listening.
much.
Get your mom to listen, your cousin to listen,
Yeah.
your baby's cousin on your daddy's ass that you really don't claim, but he still owe you money, so you
Yeah.
gotta kind of still claim him.
Yeah.
Get him to listen too.
Yeah.
Stoked Radio.
What he said. All right, look. So let's go ahead and get the bill started, man.
Let's go ahead, man.
Look, let's talk about the draft, bro. The 3-day event that started this
Yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about the draft, bro. But first, I gotta ask you, bro. Who your team?
You in on this question?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, you already know it's a Patriot Nation over here, New England Patriots, man. You already know, yeah. First round, boy. Pick number 31. Hey, yeah. You already know we got it.
We gonna get into the picks.
All right, man.
I don't see how this guy's a Patriots fan, but okay. I got some questionable fans in my family, so I ain't even tripping. But I'm a Panthers fan.
Oh,
Have been ever since they drafted D'Angelo Williams.
sorry to hear about that.
Hey, you a hater for one. For one, you a hater. But hey,
The
it's
main
all
question
good.
would be, how fast y'all think Baker Mayfield gonna get traded? I hate to forget he gonna request a trade.
Traded?
Oh yeah, he gonna get traded.
Nah,
He gonna request one.
nah.
Every QB that come to the eventually either stop playing, end up in rehab, or end up requesting the trade.
God damn.
Just saying, it's the Browns, man.
Nah.
It's the Browns. Cleveland cool.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you right now. I think Baker Mayfield got what it takes to turn around the Cleveland Browns. Ooh, I'm rapping in there.
I'm just gonna say this. They said the same thing about Manziel.
See, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, but I feel like Baker Mayfield. Really, I'm be honest with you. I'm rooting for Baker Mayfield.
I am too.
Like,
When he get another team.
I mean, I see where you're coming from, especially with us being Tennessee volunteer students. I definitely see where you're coming from. But I feel as if Baker Mayfield, he a real talented person. I don't think we're gonna see another quarterback of his kind in maybe about 5-6 years at least in the NCAA. So like, with him, bro, I wish him the best of luck. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, he can't really want to bring too much attention to himself. You know what I'm saying? Right now, since he in the professionals, he in the NFL now. Maybe he might want to tone it down with his antics a little bit and just focus on the game.
Knowing the Browns, they probably talked to him about it. Like, hey man, we invest a lot in Manziel.
Yeah.
Don't be like that.
Yeah.
I feel like they had that. I feel like the Browns, head staff, front office had that conversation with him.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's discuss the second pick of the draft, bro.
All right, man.
Saquon Barkley, man,
All right, man.
running back out of Penn State,
Another
going to New York.
Another headache for the Patriots.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't just too happy about that one.
I bet you ain't.
I ain't.
I bet you
They
ain't.
got-
Look.
them died 2 Super Bowl rings they got.
Look, okay, I can see
Just saying.
how you say that. But look, bro, I feel like I want this to work, bro.
Yeah.
I want the Saquon and Odell project to work.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they both love attention too much.
I think so. It's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
They gonna be fighting for reps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not necessarily reps since they play 2 different positions,
Some
but
of them, hey,
but
man.
yeah, I feel like we can be like at the beginning of some Penny and Shaq shit or some Kobe and Shaq shit.
Yeah.
Like, cause literally when Saquon Barkley got drafted, he said he wants to be the face of the NFL. If you was to ask me who the face of the NFL is right now,
It's 2 people.
by far, hands down, personally, I'm gonna say Odell Beckham.
Okay. I'm gonna say Tom, but that's good. That's for all the right and wrong reasons.
Yeah. But personally, I would say Odell Beckham. Like Odell was the reason people was watching a lot of games his rookie year. Like, and the pizzazz, for the lack of better phrasing, that he brought to the game with them never before seen catches. It was just like, okay.
Yeah.
This guy is the future of football, or like basically he is the Steph Curry of football. You know what I'm saying? Like in a sense, like kids ain't out here saying Moss on them. They out here saying Odell. Like they ain't saying
Curry
Kobe no more. They out here saying
though.
Curry. So
Curry won a championship already though. Just saying.
I mean, bro, but look, Steph Curry run point guard.
True that. I see. Okay, you gonna go? I see that. Yeah. He kind of is a little bit on Eli as well. True that.
Yeah.
Eli, you're not your brother. Just understand that. You'll do a lot better whenever you realize that.
There we go. All right, so third pick, QB Sam Darnold, bro, from USC, going to the Jets.
Hey, this is my thing. A QB is as good as his weapons and his arm.
Yeah.
So,
I feel you.
Especially when it comes to the QB position, it's like, you know, if you got some weapons around you, you're gonna do good. If you don't, you're gonna look sorry all the time.
So basically, they just need to continue player development and continue adding players through free agency and trades and drafts before Sam Darnold really has a chance to be that great. That's what you're saying?
Basically, they need
agree.
to do some post-draft, switch ups and stuff.
I definitely agree. Moving on, man. Moving on. We're just going to wrap it up with a couple of more picks from our favorite teams. How about this? Let's see. Okay, well, hold on. Then the 7th pick in this year's draft was Josh Allen, the quarterback from Wyoming. And then the 10th pick was Josh Rosen, the quarterback from UCLA. He's going to Arizona. And the other quarterback picked in that round, Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the draft, was picked last in the first round. The 32nd pick by the Baltimore Ravens. Out of all the quarterbacks picked in the first round, really out of all the quarterbacks picked, period, which one do you feel has the best chance to succeed at the next level?
I'll say like this: the one who needs to succeed is definitely Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
just to prove, just to shut the conversation down about his ability. Not only just once people go to Cleveland, they go from sugar to shit, and then also I had to toss it up to like you said, like Baltimore, Lamar Jackson. Okay. Like for real, like he got we're gonna see what he's gonna do because there's already been a precedent set there. At this point, it's like, how can you actually add to this and make our situation better?
Right.
And hopefully, you first round, so you're not gonna get traded. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Just like you gotta get in the position, you gotta learn it, man. I know people who got drafted or who got picked up by a team and didn't play because they didn't like the organization or things like that. So let's hope every QB likes their organizations and they can move their team in the right direction.
I feel you, man. Personally, to answer that question, I feel like Baltimore picked the guy with the highest ceiling, Lamar Jackson. Like, looking at the other quarterbacks and what they've done, I'm not trying to discredit their resumes because they are all good quarterbacks.
It's about as good as they're going to be, though.
Yeah, I feel like Lamar Jackson was always targeted or perceived, especially by the media, to be a runner. However, that's only what they showed people via highlights. They only showed his running plays. They never showed when he had to sit in the pocket for about longer than 3 to 5 seconds and actually pick through the secondary with his vision and actually make a good pass, because I seen a dude do it a couple of times. And the thing is, he can learn and get better in that aspect. Like, he can learn to get better with throwing. Just the same thing with Cam Newton. Like, people was discrediting his arm. However, he's throwing bombs. He may not be the most accurate all the time, but he gonna launch that hole, and somebody better go catch it. And I feel like Lamar Jackson is the same thing. People want to write him off, like before the NFL draft combine and make him change position to another position. But like what, like. We literally talking about a player who won the Heisman Trophy his freshman year, and then came back and ended up in the top 3 in Heisman votes. And then, but now we telling him to change positions. I don't get it. So I feel like out of all those quarterbacks, he got the most on the line.
I will throw this out there though. Overall, throughout the entire draft. As usual, because we are in the SEC, so it's important I point this out. The SEC leads 2018 draft with the most draft picks. Period. So I got to gloat about that. And
it just means more. It just means more in the SEC. You know, that's what the slogan is. Speaking of SEC, man, let's talk about the Vols that was drafted. Congratulations to all these people that we walked the very same campus with. You know what I'm saying? Go Big Orange. We wish y'all the best of luck in the NFL. First and foremost, the person who was drafted first, the first volunteer that went in the draft, went to my team, went to the Panthers with the 85th pick in the 3rd round. Rashawn Golden, strong safety. You know what I'm saying? I feel like him and Dante Jackson finna be valuable to that Panthers defense that we got. You know what I'm saying? Next up, John Kelly went in the 6th round to the Los Angeles Rams.
Back in the league, man, that's crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, the Rams got a chance to win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
They talented. And last but not least, defensive end Khalil McKenzie got drafted in the 6th round by the Kansas City Chiefs. Shout out to the homie. I definitely gave him a shout out on Twitter earlier. You know what I'm saying? But wish all of them the best of luck, man. And even to the players that didn't get drafted, but had the chance to settle contract agreements through through free agency. Congratulations to you all as well. We definitely rooting from y'all. From Rocky Top. Yeah.
Stoked Radio.
Woo. All right, next up.
All right, man. So you already know the next thing up on the list. Man.
No, they don't, bro. Just tell them.
I'm talking about you.
I mean, of course I know.
Yeah, bro. It was Thursday was a weird day, man. For us, me and you, Pierre. We went from the greatest business competition to getting awarded the money, and now we at the same time found out Bill Cosby was found guilty of 3 sexual assault charges in a retrial from this last Thursday. Now, I've been trying to keep up with this. Been going on for like 2.5 years. Since the trials began, and just seeing the amount of evidence, not the amount of evidence, the amount of testimonies from the women, and all those different things, and just had the whole trying to come for Black America, coming to terms with the dad of Black America was found guilty of sexual assault charges. Yeah, it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say I was defending them, because at the end of the day, when you have a magazine cover full of women saying that you didn't sexually assault them, and you have a pattern in what you do, a routine that you follow to a certain extent, it's like not everybody's lying. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's lying.
Yeah.
However, seeing that Bill Cosby is in his 80s, like I said, I've been keeping up with this since Thursday. CNN is reporting, I guess through their legal analysts and things like that there's a strong possibility that Cosby won't be spending any time behind bars, considering that him and his lawyers plan on appealing the decision. And not only with the appeal, they brought in the fact of they brought in 5 witnesses with testimonies of people who said they were sexually assaulted by him and who had nothing to do with the 3 charges he was going up against in court. Along with that, his age, the fact that he's attended every single trial, every single time the trial has met up for the last 2.5 years. His age playing, like I said, once again, his age playing a major factor in that as well. And then the appeal process could take months to years. So you're talking about the man really may not ever see a jail cell. And if that, they even wanted him to actually go into jail right then and there. But like I said, the fact that he's been to every trial, shown good behavior to a certain extent throughout the trial, they didn't throw him in jail straight up this past Thursday. And like I said, they're going to appeal the entire situation. He probably, like I said, he may not even, he's not looking at potentially no jail time. I'm not saying if he won't, but his attorney's got a good argument to a certain extent.
How you feel about it? I'm finna antagonize. How you feel about it? Do you feel like he should be going to jail, or do you feel as if he deserve a break?
I don't know.
We asking a hard question.
Yeah, that's a horrible question right there. Because me personally, man, you did the crime. You definitely got to do this time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, no holds bars about that period. I think it's allowing to get like considering his age. That's the only thing I would really consider, in my honest opinion. Mm-hmm. Like him coming to trial and all the other BS they talking about, I don't really care nothing about. I would just consider the man's age because he's looking at potentially 30 years behind bars. The man's gonna die in jail, seriously. Probably within the first couple of years. He's not gonna be there long if he does go to jail. So I would only really consider his age in this situation. Some people, remorse, but him being remorseful be him admitting to what he did or what the charges say he did. So you'll never see him do. The question of remorse will never come out either. At the same time, though his age is a major factor, like I said, I don't think there's no point putting him in jail now. The man's he in his 80s. Like, he ain't got that much time left. We seen that right now.
Like, I feel, cause like with me, bro, like I feel the same way. It's like, damn, you did it, cause like you gotta suffer the consequences. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's crazy because most of this stuff is so outdated. You wish, like, damn, you wish it.
Things from the 80s, man.
Yeah, like you kind of wish that those things would have been shown to the light then rather than now, because it's hard to give him his proper punishment for those sexual assault allegations against him, with those charges against him. So it's like, damn. I personally wish it would have happened then, but now, you know what I'm saying, it's about to start a whole revolution with the Me Too movement and how women are about to basically express themselves and when they're done wrong a little bit more freely now. So really, if anything, it's just causing us as people to realize we should be a little bit more careful and a little bit more cautious when we do participate in sexual relations, whether they're with people we know or even try to engage with people like at clubs or anything like that. We just need to be more cautious or more certain before we make final decisions.
Yeah, this isn't really a critique of the women's claim, like that we don't even addressing that, because being two males, you know what I'm saying, to a certain extent, we're in a privileged position to even have this conversation. Yeah. So we're not even going to discuss the allegations of things that the things that they spoke about that said that would happen to them while they were interacting with Mr. Cosby. But what we're talking about is just the aftermath of the trial and the potential of illegal things that may take place after the trial. So I think the biggest burden, they may not talk about it now, but one thing, I got to give a shout out to the prosecutor who was a part of coming to this conviction, coming to this guilty verdict for Cosby. This is a black woman by the name of Kristen Gibbons. If I say Kristen Gibbons Fitton, I hope I said that correctly. And she's been the prosecutor throughout the majority of this trial, and it's just like having to be that prosecutor, not only just a prosecutor, but a black woman who put Bill Cosby, who convicted Bill Cosby, who was a part of the process of convicting him. And, hopefully, well, depending on what they say, he may end up in jail, he may not. But the convictions is what it is. Like, if you go to Google, look up Bill Cosby, it definitely tells you he's a comedian, actor, and convicted sexual offender or something like that. Like they've already changed this stuff on there. So it's real. Like, this really happened. So, yeah. I don't know what to say about that.
There really ain't nothing else to say about that. Yeah, Bill Cosby, you fucked up, but at least I can watch the Cosby Show.
No, they think they've stopped syndication of his show.
Really?
And Timber has rescinded his honorary degree as well.
Well.
So yeah.
Damn, Bill Cosby.
Yeah, man, it's one of they.
Damn. Well, let's move on to some more shit that had the black community just like, damn.
Yeah, it's been a weird week for black people, man. Just when it comes to the celebrities, I'll say that.
Yeah. So how about this? Basically, you know what I'm saying, we gonna keep this conversation raw. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It's like, so basically Kanye West took a hiatus from social media for a while, at least his Twitter account. And this week he basically popped up with a lot of controversial tweets. A lot of things where people had certain and set thoughts about, for example, like politics. For example, matter of fact, let's just cut the bullshit.
Yeah, let's keep it real.
Kanye West went on Twitter and basically had on a motherfucking "Make America Great Again" hat.
As the people like to call a MAGA hat, you know.
Yeah. And was taking pictures with two white people, like they look probably rich, to be honest, because he rich. I'm pretty sure he don't surround himself with broke people.
Yeah.
Let's see, he put up a video freestyling in a MAGA hat. Let's see what else happened. He was saying you ain't gotta be black. I mean, like, all black people don't gotta be Democrats,
which is true.
Which is very, very true. Very, very true. Let's see.
He definitely mentioned Trump. Excuse me.
He did what?
He mentioned Trump. You know, he said.
Oh yeah. Okay. This the tweet that, matter of fact, caused me to tweet, and I was like, okay. This the main tweet that probably threw social media into a frenzy. Mm-hmm. I feel as if people read this tweet and automatically saw Kanye endorsing Donald Trump, but me personally dissecting it, I didn't feel like that's necessarily what it was. So basically, and I don't want to necessarily say the wrong words or to say anything that Kanye himself didn't say. So to paraphrase, he basically said that Donald Trump is his brother and that they're two like fire-spirited people, like. They basically have their ways of their wants and have their own separate ways of getting those wants. That's basically what he said in a tweet. And Black Twitter was like, how can you forsaken us and switch up? And
how dare you?
How dare you do that shit?
The Chicagoan savior himself. How could he?
He also tweeted, and we'll get back to the Donald Trump tweets. Mm-hmm. He also tweeted, Obama was in office for 8 years and ain't shit in Chicago changed.
True that, yeah. True that to what he said. I ain't saying true that to what the fuck he actually had to say.
Yeah. It's like, the thing is, with that tweet, the only thing is, I feel like Kanye should have took into put into perspective is that he's literally the elected American and can't necessarily only change things in one place if he's not changing things everywhere in America during his job as president. So if you're looking for change in Chicago, you gotta point your finger directly at city elected officials like mayors and
at the end of the day, the community itself.
Yeah, and the community itself. How you gonna look to some person who has removed himself from that community to change that community?
Let's see. I'm gonna even say
not saying Barack Obama removed himself by electing him. I mean, by running for president, automatically say he don't want shit to do with Chicago. No. That's not necessarily what I'm trying to say. But if he not in that area, what exactly can he do to bring change to that area if he not there?
And also, I spoke with somebody about this earlier this week, and I told him, I said, let me let you know something. In case y'all forgot, when Obama was elected, or he was running for president, all the good stuff, our current number 45, excuse me, he definitely had a frenzy with, Obama having a Kenyan father and all that good stuff, his mom being from America, being American as well, and the whole birth certificate thing. Obama is from Hawaii. Hawaii, or however you want to say it, he is from Hawaii. He is not from Chicago. He did social work in Chicago after school. If I'm not mistaken, either after or during his time in school. I think it was after. That's when he started gaining his. He always been to a certain extent involved and interested in politics, but that's when he really gained his real vigor for politics and for the people. So it's you got to be careful when you sit there and say, ain't nothing in Chicago changed. Well, I mean, like I said, he did social work. He did like community work in Chicago at the time before the whole situation. And yes, he was the he was a senator for the state at the same. But you can't sit there and blame one man, though he is the president. You can't sit there and say, well, if he ain't do make shit happen, he well, just fuck it all.
The thing is, the president is not the one with the power. It's Congress.
Yeah.
The president is literally just the face of America. Literally nothing more, nothing less. Like, that's it. Like, they don't really have too much power to change anything. They have to go to the table and tell the people at the table, aka Congress, what Americans want.
I think Kanye also left out an important fact that the House and the Senate were controlled by Republicans the entire time throughout Obama's administration.
Yeah, so, especially the first 4 years.
Yeah, like come on, like seriously think about that. Like, do you think he really gonna get anything done? Like, especially not only just for America, for a city. Like, come on, like, you got to really consider that. Like Kanye, you can think what you want, you can have the opinion you want to have. You can say how you feel, and that's fine. Like I said, I have Republicans in my family, but I don't think like it's not even a question of political ideology. It's a question of just personal ideologies. How do you feel about people? How do people perceive your policies or your your potential legislation you're trying to get passed?
Right.
That's the issue with you supporting Trump. It has nothing to do with your political ideology or that damn MAGA hat you wearing. We don't really give a shit about that. It's the things that the man says and the things that his administration does. The type of investigations currently going on. Him constantly attacking the media. Something I'm going to be joining myself shortly after college. Like, all those different things play a factor into how people feel about the situation. So if you sit there with the amount of fans you got, the amount of passion behind your fans, and also the fans you have that are also celebrities who contacted you like John Legend, you can't sit there and ignore the fact that these people feel a certain way. And if you lose fans because of this, yes, like you said, we shouldn't look up to you for that, for political ideologies and your views on politics. But at the same time, what you think and what you say matters to your fans and to also everyone else who listens to your music.
Yeah, speaking of him losing fans, he lost like 9 million Twitter followers in like 3 days type shit. Like, that's crazy. Anyway, I guess we'll move on and let Kanye rest. He already taking a lot of heat from a lot of different people.
I ain't did nothing but turn up the temperature on that one.
Yeah, so let's discuss J. Cole. J. Cole's latest project was released on April 20th, also known as 420. KOD, which can be called 3 different things, I believe. I believe it's Kids on Drugs, Kill Our Demons, and something overdose. Yeah. I think something like that. Whether it's been about the album art, names of the tracks, contents of the tracks, who he was talking about, and him giving game to young rappers while understanding them all at once. J. Cole gave hip-hop a quick jolt of energy and buzz with KOD, sparking conversations about drug use, infidelity, being idolized by fans, and carrying hip-hop to the next phase. So now, the question of discussion today will focus on a few tracks from KOD. Let's discuss first and foremost ATM.
Count it up, man.
Count it.
Hey, I think the song itself stood and said a lot by itself, but with that video, that it definitely added that extra flavor. Like, it actually added that extra oomph, that extra.
That's one video I did not see.
Yeah, man. Like, you gotta check that out, man. Like, I'm a Cole fan. Like, I've been a Cole fan since middle school, going into high school. Like, right now on my phone, I got a Spinrilla account with Any Given Sunday, freaking Friday Night Lights. What's the other one? I can't think of the warm up, all that. Like, I got all of them there. Yeah. Like, for real. Like, so when he dropped this one, I was listening to this at midnight when it dropped. I was at work sitting at the desk bumping. At ATM, man. When I heard ATM, it really made me sit there and think, like, man, like, his idea of money and what it does to us, and like he said, it has no value once you die, but it's so valuable while you're here. Yeah. And we idolize it. So when I idolize it, we fiend for it so much. It's crazy.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
It's really sad. He really tackled a lot about, like, addiction, period. You know what I'm saying? And how we as humans glorify a lot of things that we've been trained to glorify. And that they don't necessarily really deserve that much attention, or, you know what I'm saying, should be placed on like certain pedestals. Like, for example, this is just for an example. As a black community, like, all of us want to, you know what I'm saying, like, pretty much all of us want to get out the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, like that's like the American dream of the black community, like, to get out the hood type shit. In order to get out the hood, you need sheets of paper with white dead presidents' faces on it.
Barcodes, dollar signs, and all that.
Barcodes, dollar signs, and all that stuff. Now, the way the system is set up, it's not that really friendly or really wants us to get money in ways that don't cause, you know, like labor work or us providing infrastructural things that shit that niggas don't really want to do no more. Like, basically shit, like, they want to keep us to money that is within a certain realm, like sports or entertainment or building things. However, there is way more means or ways to get money. You got entrepreneurship, you got banking, you got financial consulting. You got so many different routes that we aren't even trained to look at or even introduced to within our, like, school upbringing. Like, and it's and that kind of serves the disadvantage, I believe, to us when it comes to, like, how we look at money and glorify money, because most men gotta, like, find different ways to get money. Because, like, for example, you got drug dealers, which is like what Cole is referring to most of the album is drug use and stuff like that. And so, like, how easily the black community can get access to drugs like that, you know what I'm saying?
Can get
it's
access
like,
to healthcare.
Yeah.
Financial advice.
Right. It definitely outweighs that. Like, so it's like, damn, like, how can you blame a whole demographic of people for falling into the traps that were set up for them to fall into? Exactly. And I feel like he was using this album to show people that these traps was, like, not necessarily, like, meant for us to embrace, but they were meant for us to overcome type shit.
True that. Hey, man, I don't like the visuals of the video, like the arm and the leg reference, and the car reference, like, and how the girl he was with, you know, he wasn't shit until he gave the arm and leg for that car. Yeah. And he saw $1 in it, and he's just like, man, let me he spent his last just to look like he didn't. Like, he had the money. Like, he had the money to do this. And he's sitting there riding around, no arm, missing leg. Well, he good, though. He spent his last just to look like he the best thing since sliced bread. And that's just a critique of just, like, what we do as people. Like, we idolize money, but we focus so much time into money and work and constantly working. And, like, I got to work to make this money. I got to work to get to this place, to get this house, to have this car, to have this ring, and all the good shit. But at the end of the day, think about what you're missing out on: improving relationships with your family, building better relationships with friends, meeting new people, having different experiences, visiting different places, and things like that. All right. So he proved it. The visual added to what the point of the song was about.
Yeah. Speaking of, let's move into Kevin's Heart. Did you see the visual of Kevin's Heart?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had started that video over like 2 times. Like, is my computer sound not working or something like that? But it was just the video was just so quiet in the beginning. I'm like, oh, that's what it was. But
it like started like 8 seconds.
Yeah,
of,
man.
like, silence. So you like, wait a minute, where the song at? Why am I just looking at Kevin Hart? Like, what the fuck?
Like he missing his booster seat anyway. Looking at it.
Yeah, he definitely do, because he's kind of short. But man, I ain't gonna lie, I like this video.
Yeah, I think the message in this video was like really straightforward to a certain extent. Like,
pretty
really
much
straightforward. I heard some arguments about how it was like Kevin Hart. He used Kevin Hart, though, you know, like okay, so you know, so if you look at the video on the dashboard on the screen, it said it was like March 28th or something like that. So the Cole said he took 2 weeks to put this album together. So it probably meant he was writing and putting the visual stuff together well before then, right? But it also said that, you know, though he used Kevin Hart basically as a muse to though Kevin Hart is going through like J. Cole himself is dealing with the same thing Kevin Hart is dealing with because J. Cole's so low key and like isn't just like one of those always seen, always talked about celebrities.
Yeah,
he doesn't. What he deals with is on the same scale. You know what I'm saying? I compared it, and I hate to do this because it's two completely different rappers, but it's kind of like I found it very similar, sort of the message that J. Cole put in Kevin's heart with the same one. Not Kevin Hart. Big Crit put in his chorus for mixed messages. You know what I'm saying? So it was just that same one about infidelity, trying to be strong and things like that, and you know the temptation of the world keep tempting you, and that whole Kevin Hart situation, him cheating and things like that coming about. So it was just interesting to see that, and that's why you see that duality of Kevin with the baby stroller and J. Cole and the other aisle doing the exact same thing.
right.
But people aren't focused on J. Cole because it's J. Cole, and he can really just go out there and do that shit, and people not really worried about it. But you know,
Yeah, I feel you.
which I think is really J. Cole underselling himself. Like, if he wanted to be out here on these hoes, he really probably could. But he married, so with a kid.
He got bigger priorities. Yeah.
I will say this though, I feel like if we didn't find out Cole was married, him making For Your Eyes Only probably would have never happened. If we hadn't known that, or if we didn't know he was married, we probably would have never made that album. Or it probably would have been just a private album because it was meant for really only one person to hear.
Yeah.
It's just a thought, you know.
Interesting. Now I gotta look into that.
Yeah.
But to wrap up this conversation, man, what's your favorite song on the album?
Ooh. I would say Motivate.
I know that's a hard question.
I would say Motivate because I like the beginning of that.
Motivate.
But at the same time, man, 1985, man.
Yeah, he went off on that joint.
I will say like that.
1985 on your ride.
Like he ended the album with the song he needed to. Like he wanted to get. I think he wanted to get this point across too. Is that I think every song was catered towards somebody in the game. Like though he had a message, he had another message. Like I really could be out here doing the same shit y'all out here doing. It's rapping the exact same way. But I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show. He showed me I can do it too. But because I don't. But he doesn't need to do that because he has content and lyrics behind what he does. So that was in alignment. But 1985, he just Jesus Christ. Only a hit dog hollers, and that's exactly what that man, what you call it is. Was it Smoke Purpose, something like that? Whatever the fuck his name is. And I don't listen to this. I don't listen to this shit either.
If I had to pick a favorite song, it's a lot of songs on this. Like really, every song on this joint was perfect. Like I really enjoyed this album. I think J. Cole is like a prophet. Sheesh, I'm looking at this track list and it's kind of hard to pick. Cause I really like every song and it ain't one that just stand out over the others.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, I would listen to I listened to the entire album before the show. I was up here working and stuff, but yeah, man, it was just trying to pick one. He also talked about in the album. He also talked about like his like the Kill Edward feature.
Yeah.
Like if you listen, like you know that's J. Cole. Like,
yeah, it's just him.
It's really him. But he said it came from his stepfather, his former stepfather or whatever. After he left his mom, 2013, his mom turned to drugs and alcohol to cope with the feelings, the situation. He just really like kind of talking, like using him as like that alter ego.
Okay.
And speaking about the whole situation and how, like he said, I think it was in not Friends, but it was The Cutoff. Like he was talking about how, you took. Like you called me for money, but you know what I'm saying, I don't hear from you for 2 months.
Yeah.
Like so it was a lot. He had a lot of shit to say in this one. And the crazy part is
he was just telling a lot of real shit.
Yeah, the crazy part is this ain't even the album. This is just here y'all go. Y'all listen to this. Y'all get confused with this real quick while I work on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all get lost and had this conversation and talk about.
I feel like his next album gonna be his last.
Why you say that?
It's called The Fall Off.
I don't know.
His intro to the game was the warm up.
I see. He is. He will like the man is like 33.
And he been said, "Hey, nah, I'm finna retire."
Yeah,
he said it.
Yeah, I just realized he'll be 40 in a couple years. Like for real.
Might as well. Like, I ain't mad at him. I'm gonna be real.
Hopefully, like Jay-Z, his lyricism, his lyrics evolve. You know, so he still got something to say once he got all the money and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping for. Like,
hey, Wrangler Jeans just tweeted me. I know that was very random, but Wrangler Jeans just tweeted me, so we gonna try and get an endorsement. For
Wrangler?
Yeah.
I was about to say, what the hell you talking? It's Wrangler Jeans. So y'all, for the rest of you illiterate people out there, he said Wrangler Jeans. I was like, who? I thought that was a person. Like, I thought he said regular Jean. Like, oh, who's regular Jean? Like,
no,
Wranglers.
Wrangler, you know what I'm saying? Because ESPN had tweeted on the 25th, Baker Mayfield went all out to recreate this photo of Brett Favre during the draft. So when Brett Favre got drafted, he was chilling in, like, it looked like his room or something like that, answering on the phone, and all his family and friends was in the room when he got drafted. And Baker Mayfield, like, recreated that same picture, and ESPN tweeted a montage of it. So I had quote tweeted and said, so after Baker Mayfield's playing career, we'll see him at Wrangler commercials. And then Wrangler just mentioned me with the shrug emoji, shrug shoulder emoji.
It happens.
You know what I'm saying? It might happen. It might not. You know.
Wrangler jeans, people. Wrangler jeans.
Yeah, go copy you some Wrangler jeans.
Man, only if you got boot cuts, man. They really for the folks who they make
only if you still wearing cowboy boots. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I know nobody wearing cowboy boots. You got some cowboy boots, cuz?
Man, no.
You gonna invest in you
I know
some?
some friends who got some cowboy boots.
My granddad about 3 pair. You know what I'm saying? He be fresh though.
He be fresh. I mean, that's him. He at the age.
Yeah.
When I come out, we still better some cowboy boots. They would be like, "What is
you getting flamed?
Yeah,
oh God!"
With your YMCA looking. Yeah, I already know. Yeah, I ain't putting no
oh
boots.
shit!
I don't need somebody in a Cowboys jersey.
Damn.
Yeah,
Cali.
That's a combination right there.
Yeah, that is. Cowboy jerseys and cowboy boots. I know somebody somewhere right now in America got that outfit on, bro.
Yeah. The cheerleaders for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
No, they do.
You right. Hey, look, but we wrapping up this episode of Stoked Radio. We appreciate y'all tuning in, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We basically about to sign out. My name is New Paper Nick, of course, as always, to my left.
TA to the BA, representing the 901, coming at you live from the 865. Let's go.
From the 865 and all that good yada yada jazz, you know what I'm saying? This next single is from a cool friend of mine that I met through a friend of mine named Ariel Williams. Alright, so this next single, it comes straight to you from Alexis Ray Parker. The title of the song is Misunderstood. You should follow her on Twitter and all that good stuff because she's a great vocalist. You know what I'm saying? She's a great vocalist. You can find her Twitter handle in the details for this episode. So just click more info based on wherever you listening to this episode from. Yeah, we'll holler at y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Have a great week. Have a blessed week. All that good stuff, and stay stoked.
Stoked Radio.
I've been going through it. Lately I'm starting to feel like I'm losing patience with this fame shit. I ain't never gave a fuck about the fame shit. I'm just trying to change the game, but to me this ain't a game shit. Ain't focused on if motherfuckers know my name. As long as they feel what I'm saying when I say shit. I got the feels that make you wanna roll a wood and face it. Inhale, exhale, embrace this. Hi, yeah, this the real me. I'm touching souls with my lyrics so they feel me. And I'ma grind till I make it. If it kills me, then fuck it. I ain't budging, I ain't ducking. Raising hell and causing ruckus to the death of me. This music is my destiny. I get this shit the best of me. These hoes won't get the rest of me. My family get what's left of me. They say I ain't got time for for them. I don't think they understand it, I'm just trying to grind for them. Everything too personal, I'm just handling biz so my people can be comfortable. Something like the Huxtables, I'm barely making ends meet, living off of Lunchables and Capri Suns. Traveling from work to sessions, mileage on my Nissan. My ex texting, talking about they gon' hate it when we on. I don't know what he on, he think we in this shit together. Guarantee that he wrong, let bygones be bygone and be gone. Farewell my niggas so long, this loud got me too gone. I don't think they understand me. I know they don't understand me. They say they hear me, but they don't understand me. I know they can't stand me. I'm misunderstood.